was like, whoa.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is presented by Underdog. If you're new to Underdog, today's the day. Get $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play just $5 with code It Is What It Is. Underdog's got a site-wide Kevin Durant gimme pick for you to play tonight, so make sure y'all lock in your picks before tip-off with that KD gimme. Underdog is live in most states, including Georgia, Texas, and Missouri, just to name a few. So make sure y'all support the show, lock in your bonus, and start playing today with code It Is What It Is. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your host Cam. Mace will be back, and today we are joined with our analyst, Arabia.
Hello, hello. How are you?
Arabia, what's up? How you doing today?
I'm doing amazing. Feeling really great, Stat. You and your friends looked really good at whatever rodeo y'all went to. I saw the pictures on Instagram and was like, yeah, definitely ate all of that.
Thank
so y'all
you.
look really good.
Thanks. That was fun.
Yes,
that was my first rodeo. Now I'm going to ask y'all, have you guys ever been to a rodeo before I go into my little story time?
Yeah, I actually have when I was younger. Like my mother took me to one. Like me on my own time, nah. I went to in Mexico when I don't know if you call it rodeo, when they stabbed the bull up, Matador.
What?
You know, when a Matador, do you know what that is when they got the red shit and the bull trying
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Matador. I went to that. So either the man dies or the bull dies. You stay to the end till somebody dies. The bull died. I've been to that.
I just feel like the events that we go to, I'm thinking it's the same thing, and it never is.
Well, I don't know if that's considered a rodeo. I'm just saying, if, we're talking about animals inside of a cage and dirt and shit like that.
So after that event, you never went back?
No, I just went because I was in Mexico. I was doing Mexico type shit. But when I was young, my mother took me to rodeos. Rodeos in Harlem, actually.
Not know that.
Yes, you gotta be my age. You gotta be old to cut that shit
You're
out.
not even old, but
Older.
I hear you. Well, if you guys have never been to a rodeo, I encourage it. I had a blast. I got to ride a horse. They were doing bull riding. They were doing 4x4s, but with horses, passing the batons on the horses. So shout out to the Black Rodeo because they took care of me and my friends. And apparently there's a big Oklahoma rodeo. So make sure y'all check it out. But I have my cowgirl boots, I had a cowgirl hat. I had a blast. So
see, that whole shit is a pause for me.
Why?
Fuck I'm doing this on a horse floor and passing shit around. So fuck is you talking about if I've been to a rodeo? No, I haven't. I didn't know we was talking about the same thing. No, I haven't been to a rodeo.
What?
I haven't been on nobody's horse waving my arms around with cowboy boots on passing anything. No.
It's like a track race, but on a horse. They're racing the horses.
You said you was on a horse, actually.
Yeah, I was on a horse.
Yeah, but I ain't never been on a horse waving my arm around.
You've never been on a horse?
Probably when I was 3 or 4 when I was young, like I told you. No, I've never been on a horse. I don't trust animals. First of all, I don't trust no animals outside like dogs. I don't even really trust cats like that. Because you don't know if that horse has a headache today or his stomach is hurting or if he don't feel like being bothered. God bless the dead. And I don't mean this in a harsh way for people trying to come at me or whatever. Even if I thought about it, I always think about Christopher Reeves. You know the first Superman? Christopher Reeves?
Reeves.
Do you know? No. See, they gonna get you tomorrow. They gonna get you. Christopher Reeves, he's like the Superman I grew up with, because now y'all got 4K Superman. But he went horseback riding and was paralyzed from the neck down, fucking with horses. And even if I ever thought about getting a horse, I'm like, no, because you can't tell when an animal doesn't feel well. They don't want to be bothered, or they got yo, my nigga, not today. Fuck you riding me around all day for a pause. Nah, my nigga, I'm tired. Pulling fucking carriages in Midtown and all type of shit. Nah, I don't trust animals because we do too much shit to animals to where you don't know when they be like, all right, today, give me a day off, nigga. Fuck is you keep having these people riding me and on pause. Nah, I don't trust it.
Well, that is a good point because I will add, so the bull riding, they have to stay on the horse or stay on the bull for 8 seconds, a wild bull, and one of the bulls got angry and he actually hopped the fence, but he didn't hop it on the side that we were at. But of course, like you said, you can't control where the bull is going.
Right. The thing about it is, Stat is such a veteran. She knew that the bull got angry. She knows when they're angry now. That's crazy. Because he hopped the fence, he's angry. How you know them niggas ain't angry anyway when you just riding them around like, yo, I ain't gonna say nothing, but niggas is violating. That could be their attitude.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think it just went hysterical. You know what I'm saying? You ever go, Chris Rock got a joke one time where out here in Vegas, actually, Larry, the fucking tiger ate his own or some shit when they be having them tiger shows in the casinos and all that shit.
Siegfried and Roy.
See, nigga, that's his own. He ate him up. He like, yo, I'm sick of, who is these niggas in the crowd? I'm sick of all this shit. But the point being is, how you know that tiger? Nigga said the tiger went crazy. Nigga Chris Rock said, nah, the tiger went tiger. He did what the tiger supposed to do. He's a wild animal. Y'all niggas got him in the casino doing tricks and shit. Nah, my nigga, they violating with that. I'm happy you safe though.
Yeah. Yeah.
You rode horses before the rodeo? Like, you live in Florida.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. I was going to buy some horses and cows when I lived in Orlando because I found out them shits was cheap. Shits was like $700-800. But I'm like, who cleaning up horse shit?
That is true. But some people.
I thought it was a stunt at the time. I'm like, yo, I got enough land. I'm going to buy me some horses and cows, but then to maintain them shit, so I ain't clean. Listen, I got 2 little Yorkies. Part of my deal with getting the Yorkies with Shorty was I'm not cleaning up shit. I'm just not cleaning up shit. Dogs are also like kids that don't grow up. At least kids learn how to use the bathroom and shit. You gotta clean up shit forever. I'm not with it. That's why I bought the dogs. I'm like, I'm not cleaning up pee, I'm not cleaning up shit. Those are kids that never grow up. They some cool niggas, but I'm not cleaning shit up. I can't bring myself to pick shit up. I can't do it.
Fair assessment. It's part of the process, but I encourage everybody to try out a rodeo if you haven't. I had a real good time. But now let's get into these Monday Night Football games.
Hold on real quick. I was asking Stat off camera. I want to ask you, Arabia. Do you know who Cash Money is? Records?
Yeah.
Because she doesn't know who Cash Money is. And
I did not know. I just couldn't name things right in that second.
No, the thing is shout out to Birdman, shout out to Slim, shout out to my nigga Master P, all my niggas. They have a versus coming up this weekend at Complex Con. Those are all my family. I spoke to Birdman actually before he was about to do his verses. We had a convo. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. She didn't know who No Limit was, and she knew who No Limit was, but she couldn't figure out who they was battling. But then we have to remember, Stat is born in 2001. Her first president damn near was black. She might be confused about a white president because she grew up on Barack. So when you start getting white presidents, she might be like, what's up with all these white presidents? Even though she's born when George Bush was there before somebody tried to get at me for that. Anyway, I know I'm being long-winded. Do you know Cash Money? I don't know even how old you are, Arabia. I never even asked. But do you know Cash Money and No Limit record label? Because you haven't seen Juice before. And I was baffled by that. Do you know anything about those people, those groups?
Yeah, I know Cash Money and I know No Limit. I know both of those groups. Just like Stat. She says she knows both of them too.
Okay, so you know to the same assessment she knows.
You asked her to name 3 songs?
No, I think she's being facetious and don't really know them. She says she knows them just like you. So the point being is she may not know who they are at all. Can you name 3 songs, Arabia, from either one of those groups?
Okay, let's see. For Cash Money, like you said, is
it could be
Birdman, it's Lil Wayne. It could be what?
It could be a combination of either group, but just 3 songs from either one.
Okay, let's do, is Number One Stunner one of them?
Yes, correct.
I'm the number one stunner.
Dun, 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 dun.
And then,
correct.
Let's see.
She's getting her hair together now. She's feeling like, yeah.
No, I'm not going to cheat.
Why are you on your phone then?
Because I got something up my sleeve.
What's in your phone?
Wait.
No, you're out.
No, I'm not joining this game. I made my own.
Go ahead, Arabia. That's correct.
And then for No Limit, that's like, is that like Juvenile in them? And for like Nola?
Yes.
Okay, so It's so many, but I'm trying to think. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I love Juvenile. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I would have to really sit here and think. But if they're playing, I will sing along.
Yes.
And I'd be like, oh, I know this song. I know the title. I know the lyrics. Right now, off the top of my head, I can't think of it.
This is absolutely, what I'm going to have to do with this show, to be absolutely honest, when Murder get back, we're going to have a culture meeting twice a week with everybody, because the disrespect for the culture is wild, my nigga. Nigga cannot name 3 songs between Cash Money and No Limit combined. I didn't even say one. First of all, Lil Wayne is down with Cash Money. You can't name 3 Lil Wayne songs? How far are we removed from Lil Wayne being that nigga? It's crazy.
I mean, of course we can name 3 Lil Wayne songs, but I feel like Cash Money is more of a group affiliate versus like Lil Wayne by himself. I can name 10 Lil Wayne songs, but Cash Money specifically with like Birdman and Lil Wayne, like that era of Cash Money records, like I think it's different than just saying like, oh, Lil Wayne.
I get what you're saying. I'm not mad at that assessment. Go ahead, Shaq.
Just to vouch for myself very quickly, because I won't be long-winded. Sometimes I cannot think of things on the top of my head. If you look at my playlist right now, this is what I pulled up, so you know I'm not tripping. I can tell you who I have. I have Coolio, I have Craig Mack, I have Goody Mob, I have Project Pat, Chubb Rock, and the list goes on. Digital Underground. I got people in here. So if you just say it off the top of your head.
All that shit from TikTok.
No, I didn't. No, growing up, I'm very good. If you play a song, then I'm going to know the name. But sometimes right now, the artist is not cooking. But I promise you, if I hear it, I'm going to be jamming. Okay. So if I'm there, I will make a video for y'all to see, since he don't believe
slow
me.
Slow motion for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I can sing it.
Yo, bro, y'all just now.
And I could sing
that's why I never didn't even want to name the names, because as soon as I say it, I knew he's going to be like, yeah, I knew it.
I don't know how to act slow mo. I got something, just not off the top of my head.
I gave you a chance that. The game.
I will redeem myself. We can have more culture meetings. I'll prove to y'all. If you want to make it a professional meeting, we can do that. That's fine.
No problem.
Okay. Monday Night Football. So the Bucs lost to the Lions 24-9. Arabia, how much of a concern is this loss to you? And does this game make you change your stance about how you feel about the Bucs?
I mean, I think it just sucks because of injury. And I know to a certain extent, every team, one way or another, a lot of teams are dealing with injury. So less of an excuse, but it really is a reason. When you get Mike Evans back and then you lose him in the exact same game, and, you just have all these injuries, it's tough to deal with. But then the Lions can say the same thing because they also have injuries in their secondary and they used to look really, really good. So, I mean, it doesn't change my stance. It just is like, injuries are really running through the Bucs like they have for the last couple years. And it doesn't make me change my stance at all. I think the Lions still look good with the injuries that they have, which means they have a good team because their backups can come in and still win games and still look really, really dominant. So, yeah, that's all it is. Just injuries, I think, for the Bucs. Oh, but no, also the head coach. He is historically really bad at time management because there was a particular drive towards the end of the game. I think the Bucs got the ball probably with 10 minutes left in the game. And then they used like 6 minutes on one drive. That's not the time for you to use a 6-minute drive. You got to run a 2-minute offense in that series. So clock management for sure can be better, but otherwise I think it was more injury than anything.
I'm just feel bad for Mike Evans. Like, I'm a big Mike Evans fan, and on the reports are saying he has a broken collarbone, and it's like, God damn, man, they can't catch a break. Concussion, broken collarbone, and like Arabia said, in the first game he gets back. Shit, man. Big shout out to Mike Evans, man. I hope he heals soon. I don't know if he's going to get back before the season's over with a broken collarbone, but it's really bad. But back to the game. Look, the Lions' defense was all over Baker Mayfield ass today. He wasn't comfortable at all. Not one time in this game he was comfortable. And they didn't give him the time to even let the routes run the way they should. I seen routes where receivers were bumping into each other. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers look really dysfunctional today, and that's not used to what we're seeing because throughout the weeks we know they had injuries, but Baker Mayfield has been finding receivers to get the ball to. This was not the case last night, and the Lions looked like they were rolling on all cylinders. this really goes to the overall game. What I take from it is kind of what Mike Irvin was telling us. There's no dominant team this year. If you asking who looks the best, to be honest with you, and I really hate to say it, if we're going off week 6, 7, what is this? Week 7 we just finished up with? Yeah, sorry. Cowboys look all right. I ain't gonna say Mike ain't on, so I can say it today. Sorry, Arabia. The Cowboys look all right.
Oh.
If we going off through week 7, the best team this week, the Cowboys. I'm sorry it was at the expense of the Commanders, but we talking about the NFC. You know, this is why this game was a big game last night, because we was like, this kind of would establish dominance within the NFC if Tampa Bay won this game convincingly. They didn't. It wasn't even close. And they got spanked. But they did get CeeDee Lamb back in Dallas. He looked good. Defense looked good. The run game looked good. Dak Prescott is looking really good. They don't have the best record in the NFC, but if I'm seeing a team that may be hitting the right stride at the right time in the NFC, it's the Cowboys, man. I didn't want to say it. It's kind of why part of my time today, you know.
No, absolutely not.
Yo, you see my pinstripes? I'm saying, man. Jerry's World, y'all looking nice. They might be hitting the right stride at the right time. Look, man, I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I am a Jerry Jones fan. And look, I'm going to be honest with y'all, the audience and the Dallas Cowboy organization, not just the players. Look, man, I'm not counting the out by tomorrow, but goddamn, time's running out. Could we get Jerry one more? Could you get the nigga one more? He done paid everybody what they wanted to get paid. He done built a $100 billion stadium. Listen, get him back to the Super Bowl minimum. I'm rooting for the nigga. But if you're asking me who hit the right stride this week in week 7 in the NFC, I'm going to go with the Cowboys. Spanked on the Commanders on Sunday convincingly.
Arabia, do you agree with Cam's point?
Yeah, of course I don't. I'm not impressed by the Cowboys spanking on the Commanders. It's just the Commanders. Commanders are trash. We just talked about how they got slutted out on national television. It's just the Commanders. Now, once they go up against somebody who actually has a great defense and whose offense is healthy and clicking, like then you can come talk to me. But I would say I'm way more impressed by the Lions than I am the daggone Cowboys with the two-headed monster with Sonic and Knuckles. Even through injury, they're still able to come in. I'm not even worried about the Cowboys until they show it. Bum-ass Cowboys.
Cowboys.
The Cowboys ain't get spanked by nobody. They just, but them losses that they got, first of all, they got a draw. And the losses they lost by just a possession. Don't act like the Cowboys got, see, the thing about it is this, I get it, you're emotional because y'all got spanked. You know, y'all didn't just lose. They got whipped out. You put them on Pornhub, actually. You actually put the Commanders on Pornhub. That's what you did for your team, and now you're not. Now they're just the Commanders. Look, Arabia, we see you on Fox 5 and all these shows in D.C. area, bigging up the Commanders. Then you come on our show and you act like they just the Commanders. You know what? I'm gonna find some clips for you next week when you come back of how you're bigging up the Commanders, and probably just a week or two ago on other networks and other shows that you go on, but on this show, they're just the Commanders. No problem. I'll have you tuned up next week and all your clips ready. So therefore, we could go back to this clip when they're just the Commanders.
You know what? This is the show where we say what we want, right? I can't say nothing about Pornhub on the other networks. I can't say those types of things. I come here and I keep it real with my people. I can't say that on the national broadcast. They would never invite me back again. But I'm at home here. I feel comfortable here, so I can say yes, exactly how I feel. Which is that it's just the Commanders. I'm not impressed.
No, it isn't even about the Cowboys. I mean, the Pornhub situation. I understand that. Of course, you could say whatever the fuck you want up here. But you're also acting like it's hope. And that's what you don't do on other networks. You act like it's hope. Up here is no hope. Up there you say, hey, we're in the metropolitan D.C. area and, you know, we're going to be partying this weekend, so-and-so, so-and-so, and come on out for the Commanders party. You could go on them and be like, yo, this may not be the years for the Commanders. You don't do that. I watched it. You don't do it.
No problem. I'm going to send you the video because I'm on there. I got you. I'm going to send you videos of me on air saying how I really feel.
No problem. I got the videos that we'll just combat with videos that I have where you're saying that they're not good, that they are good. So we'll go video for video. We'll see and we'll mark the dates.
Let's do it. Let's go video for video, band for band.
Yo, team, get it together, nigga.
You're right. Well, we will be looking forward to those. And real quick regarding the Bucs before we move on, how far do you all think the Bucs can go without Mike Evans? Because we do know now that he's to miss actually the most of the remainder of the season with a broken collarbone.
Yeah, I mean, Tez Johnson really tried to step up, and he looked good in spots. Emeka Egbuka looks really, really good, but he's a rookie, and there are certain things that he's still trying to work out. They have a two-headed monster in that running back room. I think they can get far, but honestly, this game against the Lions today wasn't too promising. If this is anything what they're gonna look like without him, I can see them making the playoffs, but as far as like a deep playoff run, like conference championship, I'm not sure.
Well, who you got in the NFC going to the conference championship? Who's your opinion? Who's doing it like that in the NFC?
Lions. I would take. I don't trust the Seahawks enough to make it that far. I don't trust anybody for them NFC West. I'll say Lions and Eagles.
Okay, just wanted to know. To answer your question, I like Tampa Bay, and look, it wasn't a good game for them last night, but we did see Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers do very well without Mike Evans. Mike Evans didn't get to play much last night because of the situation, but I do think that they can make it happen, and if I think they're healthy at the right time, I do see Tampa Bay making it to the NFC Championship. But I do think it's a bunch of teams in the NFC. I love the Lions. They look really great. I just didn't like what they let a rookie quarterback do to them last year. Packed them niggas up and sent them niggas home. I like the way Green Bay is looking as well. I think by week 12, 13, we'll figure it out. But I don't think it's one team that we could definitely say this is the team that's going to the NFC Championship, in my personal opinion. Not even the Eagles.
Also, regarding Monday night football games as a whole, because we've seen the doubleheader games, Arabia, do you like this concept or no? Because something that I'm thinking about now, especially on the East Coast, you guys are not even finishing games until about 1 a.m. Is this something that you like to sit and watch, or are you over it?
No, I hate it. I'm absolutely over it. So the reason why is because the NFL signed new broadcasting rights with Disney, which expanded new games for ESPN and for ABC. So there's a double feature on Monday night, and they staggered it. I prefer a stagger. If you're gonna have two Monday night football games, at least do one at 7 and one at 10 instead of two that's running at the same time, so I can actually watch both games. I don't like flipping back and forth or watching highlights. And if this works out well, where there's more revenue and more markets, they might try to extend this double feature to Thursday night. So then we're looking at a double feature for Thursday night football games as well, because they just want to make as much money as they can. They want to compete and try to get more broadcasting rights to try to compete with the NBA and other organizations that just have a lot of money from broadcasting rights. So no, I don't like it. I hate it. And I would prefer to have one primetime game at a time.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. You got to look at it from this standpoint. Like Arabia said, games will probably be, like Stats said, games are being finished at 1 a.m. But think about it if you live on the West Coast. I didn't even know, because luckily I recorded the game and I got to watch the Tampa Bay game. But I'm thinking the game is coming on 5:20, and not knowing it's coming on at 4 p.m. on the West Coast. So a person like me, I was out taking care of business and some other things I had to handle, and I'm walking in. And, I said, I'll miss the first quarter, but I'll just rewind it. I'm getting there at halftime because I didn't know the game fucking started at fucking 4 p.m. Think about the average person who has to go to work. You're not even leaving work till 5 o'clock. Then what if you're sitting in traffic for another hour? You're getting home at basically the end of the third, middle of the fourth quarter. It's not fair for the people that have to go to work on the West Coast, who have regular jobs and who can't, doesn't necessarily record the games. And then sometimes you don't even want to watch the game recorded, because in real time, the score is fucking 21-9 and it's the fourth quarter and you're just getting home. You're like, well, let me start it from the beginning and not pay attention to really that the game is over and we're in the second game. I don't like it, but I understand the business aspect of it.
I'm moving along to the Chiefs. So they beat the Raiders 31-0, and we saw Rashee Rice make his return. Arabia, how are we feeling about the Chiefs right now? And then just the Raiders, 0 points. Got to talk about that.
Yeah. The Chiefs are a team that is liable to heat up in the middle of the season. And that's why a guy like Champ Bailey said before week 10, it's still early for these really good teams because they can find their stride towards the middle of the season and still have like a 4-6 record, but be able to clean things up towards the end of the season. There's a lot more football to be played. So the Chiefs could be trying to find their rhythm and motion going into this kind of middle part of the season. And it's a division game. Raiders don't look great this year. Geno Smith hasn't looked great. A lot of turnovers for him, a lot of interceptions. They shut him out. Ashton Genty, I thought, was going to try to be more impactful and help that quarterback room out. That isn't necessarily happening either. So the Chiefs did what they had to do. They took advantage of an easy part of their schedule in their division. And they might be trying to find some strides in the middle of the season.
Supposed to win. It's fucking Raiders division game. Like, they haven't been playing good. Like, you want niggas to give analysts on this dumbass shit. Not you, Stat. This is, this part of sports that you gotta do. And you be like, yo, we gotta make up, Ashton Genty only had 21 yards and Geno Smith, he didn't throw for the. They supposed to win. They supposed to fucking win. The reason why we even talking about this, maybe Macy isn't even here to talk about this dumbass shit. We shut niggas out. Y'all supposed, I'm not saying shut them out. Now, it's fucking pathetic that Geno Smith and Pete Carroll can't fucking get some points on the board. Now, that's a better topic than how the Chiefs are doing, if you ask me personally. But, Arabia is correct. They're getting some pieces back, and they hitting the Chiefs another team. Hitting a good stride at the right time. But it's not, to me, about the Chiefs winning. It's more about how terrible the Raiders has looked this year overall. Geno Smith, they gave him that money, big disappointment. They bought Pete Carroll in. They get Ashton Genty, and it's not producing into nothing but a big pack of nothing. Big donkey shit over there. That's all that's going on over there. So I'm not surprised that the Chiefs won. It's more surprising that the Raiders didn't score anything. But yeah, the Chiefs are actually in a good stride at the right time. We'll see what happens. They're good at home. We see how they play on the road. They're not as impressive as they've been the last few years. But I like it better like that. You don't know. And then the thing about it, it's this. We seen a plethora. I'm willing to go on a record. And I might have to have the team look this up. The amount of games that the Chiefs won last year on penalties. Like, the penalty shit last year was just ridiculous, and they're not getting those calls. When Taylor Swift is there, they get them. And I know we make fun about shit like this, like, oh, Taylor Swift is there and Travis Kelce and this and that. I really don't. I'm not going conspiracy theory. I wish I could have an actual fact, but I don't. That the NFL is a business. Arabia talked about it with a different, was about a different topic about Disney and the money revenue and different topics talking about games maybe on Thursday nights. But I really do believe that they want Taylor Swift there. It boosts the ratings up when she's there, man. It is what it is, my nigga. They show Taylor Swift more than Andy Reid. They show him, she might be equal to Patrick Mahomes outside of when he has his helmet on. Like, it's a big deal when she's there. And the yellow flags are just all over the fucking field whenever she's there for the opposing team. Reason I know is because they did us dirty last year with some bullshit. We was up like 5 points with like 40 seconds left, and they called like a 60-yard penalty on us last year. And it carried on throughout the year. And that's why I'm happy they got spanked in the Super Bowl, because they was like, we don't need to cheat in the Super Bowl because, I ain't going to say spanked, but we don't need to cheat in the Super Bowl because there ain't no game next week. And they lost. That's just what happened. I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but I really believe that Taylor Swift have something to do with the wins. She made her debut last week.
I'm not even mad at that take, because it's like when you see things happen, you're like,
You can't not unsee it. Fucking cheated last year, the whole fucking year, my nigga. And Taylor Swift didn't make her debut till week 5 or 6. Now the Chiefs are winning when her debut is there. Call it what you want.
Mighty interesting. Okay, so the Panthers beat the Jets 13-6. The Jets are 0-7, and Justin Fields was benched for Tyrod Taylor. So, Arabia, do you think Justin Fields is not the best, or do you think he's just not being put in the right system? How do you feel about his gameplay as a quarterback?
I don't think he looks good at all, unfortunately. Martin Luther King Jr. would still be alive today if Justin Fields was the shooter. That's just how inaccurate and just unreliable he's been. It doesn't make any sense to me that he, has been, let's say Bears and then Steelers and then Jets. That's 3 teams where he just hasn't been able to find his footing. He doesn't look good to me. Put Tyrod Taylor in. Aaron Glenn also needs to be questioned. He just doesn't look good.
Niggas' jobs is on the line. That's all that's about. Nigga, like I told niggas this last week when niggas ain't get a win. Coaches, like I told niggas if I was the coach, I would just walk in the room and say, listen, if y'all don't fuck with me, just say y'all don't fuck with me, my nigga. Tell me that now so I know how to proceed because y'all obviously want me can't. We sat there. Look, I'm not going to say the Panthers. Let's look at this. The Panthers got 4 wins. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild, to be honest with you. 4-3 for the Panthers. Now, I would have lost the house on this, thinking that the Panthers would be 4-3 in week 7. That's not bad. That's not bad at all for the Panthers. But as far as the Jets are concerned, the question was more about Justin Fields. Whatever. Like, whatever. Like, these shows and all these other sports, they want to sit there and bring up all these analytics and be like, well, if he was, when he runs a route this way and this way, sometimes it don't take all that. The nigga not producing, my nigga. And like Arabia just said, Chicago said bye, Pittsburgh said bye, New York says sit down. That's just that. And then we looking at these, and I ain't gonna sit and act like I watched this motherfucking game. I wish I would spend 2.5 hours of time I can't get back watching this motherfucking game. But we looking at Tyrod Taylor's numbers, and I don't know how much longer as far as time is concerned, but he had 125 yards, 2 interceptions, 10 for 22. Justin Fields, 6 for 12, 46 yards. Justin Fields, to me, is one of them special quarterbacks where he shouldn't be playing quarterback all the time. Use him like a Swiss Army knife. How that nigga for AAA, because that's what Pittsburgh was doing. They'll act like he quarterback and be like, we just need a first down. Run for 3 yards as fast as you can. And then maybe we have you throw for 4 yards. Use him as a specialty. Like that nigga down there in, what's my nigga name in fucking Arabia? What's my nigga name in with the New Orleans Saints? He be playing quarterback sometime. Then Taysom Hill, right? Nick? Yeah.
Very versatile.
Mm-hmm.
Use him as a Taysom Hill ass nigga. Yeah, Justin Fields is a black Taysom Hill. That's that nigga. Swiss Army knife nigga.
Yeah, but Taysom Hill, you can put him at quarterback, then you switch him at tight end, then you put him in here.
That's what they need to do with that nigga. That's what I'm trying to say. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Tight end the nigga, pause. Motherfucking use him as like I said, Taysom Hill is a real Swiss Army knife. And I really be mad because they don't give that nigga enough time at quarterback. I think they should use Taysom Hill once in a while. I can't tell New Orleans what to do even though they look like shit. But give that nigga a full season trying to quarterback. They use that nigga once in a while like a specialty quarterback. And I think that's how Justin Fields needs to play moving forward because obviously it's not working for him as a full-time quarterback nowhere. But he's very fast and very athletic, and that's why I say he should play different positions. Pause.
But that's the thing sometimes about these really athletic quarterbacks is that sometimes their athleticism takes away their need to focus more on technical skills. And Matthew and I were talking about this today with quarterbacks being more mobile and this and that. Like the athleticism sometimes takes away from the technical skills. And that might start at the youth level. There might be a trickle-down effect to where coaches aren't coaching the same way that they would a prototypical pocket passer because this kid can run. So it could be actually the thing that really makes him special, which is his athleticism, could be the thing that's holding him back from being a more technical passer.
Yeah, I get, and you're 100% correct with that. But what I'm saying is this. It's a bunch of people that I see in the NFL that used to play quarterback in high school and used to in JUCO. And when they got to college, they figured out their niche of where they should play in the NFL. The point being is, nigga, it ain't working out for you in the NFL. You mad athletic. And like Arabia said, it may be taken away from your technical skill. You're not Michael Vick. You're not Lamar Jackson. It's not going to work for everybody. But you are an NFL player. You're good enough to be in the NFL, just not an NFL quarterback. Find your position, play your role, and keep a job, nigga. For you be in Canada somewhere.
Well, good luck to Justin Fields. We'll see how they decide to utilize him because that is a good point because it's frustrating when, especially when that's something that you've done all your life and you kind of have like a reality check that's like, damn, and having a reality check on one of the biggest stages, which is the field. So,
hey, yo, listen, man, let me check this out, right? It ain't work out. But one game, I seen a nigga had tryouts. Nigga had Tim Tebow as a linebacker, my nigga. Tim Tebow was in the fucking practice as a linebacker, my nigga. Because he was trying to stay in the NFL and keep a job until a nigga ran him over. And he was like, nah, you know what? Let me just try to go play baseball, analyze, and do what I got to do. But he was trying to keep a job, even if it was a linebacker. It just didn't work out. But niggas want an NFL job. Like you said, Stat, it is frustrating if you're doing this your whole life and you're like, yo, man, I'm a quarterback. It is fucking 96 quarterbacks in the NFL. 32 starters. I can imagine how many thousands of quarterbacks there are out there growing up right now or in high school or junior high school, middle school, and going to college and JUCO and D1 and D2 and 3. It is 32 jobs available for you, man. 32. You know, when I used to play basketball, I didn't want to hear that shit. Cam, you know it's only 480 basketball players in the NFL and the NBA. Yo, you know, throughout this whole time basketball been going on, it's been less than 5,000 NBA players in the history of basketball ever. And that's a fact. It's not even been 5,000 NBA players ever. And there's only 480 players in the NBA each year. And there's tens, if not hundreds of millions of basketball players. But when you're in it, you like, yeah, I'm going to be one of the 480. Yeah, like, fuck is you talking about? Yeah, I'm going to make it. But then when you get older and you realize, you know the fucking odds? I'm not out of plan B. These niggas don't have no plan B, and you got to get a plan B because it is not a lot of jobs available for quarterbacks, professional athletes, no matter what sport you're in. You have to be very, very special.
So let me ask you this before we go to break.
Yeah.
Did you have a plan B? Like, what was going to happen if you couldn't rap?
Rap was the plan B. I wanted to play motherfucking basketball, man. I didn't want to be no rapper. I'm trying to go to the NBA. See, the thing about it is, for me, even like rap was a long shot. Like, I wanted to go to the NBA. And, you know, when I get older, I sat back and realized, like, I could play point guard. I'm 6 feet. I could play point guard. But I really was like a two guard. And it's in the history of the NBA, there's no two guard outside of Allen Iverson, 6'1" or under. You know how big 6 feet two guards are? 6'7". Michael Jordan, 6'6". Kobe Bryant, 6'7". These two guard, what the fuck was I thinking? That I'm going to make it to the NBA at 6 feet? I'm not as good as Allen Iverson. If you were to ask me back then, I would have said I'll bust Allen Iverson ass. Now, looking back in hindsight, no, I wouldn't have. Absolutely not. You have to be really special. And when you think about the draft class of 1996, around the time I would have probably been in my first or second year in college, you think about somebody like Kobe Bryant, you think about Steve Nash, you think about Stephon Marbury, you think about Marcus Camby. That draft class is like Tracy McGrady. All these good players, and you think that you're just as good as them, and you're not. But when you're in it, to be honest with you, I didn't understand basketball until I stopped playing because I was too emotionally involved with basketball. But as far as rap is concerned, I always rap. It was just a hobby. My graduation speech for elementary school was a rap song. Like when you go on stage and do your speech, I was like, check it out like this. I used to be in Sid's class. And in a way, I'm kind of glad that it's in the past because I'm going on to junior high. And after graduation, I'm getting a piece of the pie. And by the way, I almost forgot to thank my teachers. They taught me a lot. And I have to say that I am sad because River East is the best school I ever had.
No, that's lit.
That's my speech at graduation, nigga. That's 10 years old. I still remember it, nigga.
That's lit.
Plan B, nigga. I had Plan B at 8. What the fuck is you talking about?
No, that's super lit. And you also have one thing, y'all, when you watch the show, Cam has insane memory. That is something that I will always, like, I don't understand, like, because even just you spitting that and just in general, the random things that you, like, remember or facts that he could just spit, you guys would be so shook every single day. Like, that is insane.
Yeah, that's my graduation speech right there. Shout out to Sid, River East Elementary School. All the people that didn't make it, And I did when y'all shit it. You know what I'm saying? I seen a bitch recently. This wasn't from River East. I ain't really had no problem with River East. You don't really have no problems like that. But you know, when I seen this chick. This was about 4 years ago. And when I was in high school, all I gave a fuck about was really passing 4 classes to play basketball. That's what you had to do, be eligible. I didn't have to pass gym because I was playing basketball. I didn't care about gym. So after basketball season over, I rarely went back to school, and I used to have a girl type up my report card so I could give it to my grandmother and be like, "Here, I did good this year," and all that shit.
What?
So, for real. I never, my grandmother, God bless her, never seen a real report card to this day. Even because she wanted me to pass all my classes, I only needed 4. So all my report cards was fake from the very beginning. So every report card she ever had, I averaged like 81, 82, even though I was all getting all 65s. I don't know what you call it, but 65 was passing. That's all I cared about. And I remember this girl told me one time, she said, because it was the friend of the girl who was making the report cards for me. And she was like, "I think you got a learning disability." And I was like, "Really? I think I know what I'm doing, and global history is not going to help me go where I need to fucking go. And neither is social studies and none of that shit." So I seen her like 4 years ago. She's like, "Oh shit, Kim, this, that, third, yo, you doing good. I'm proud of you." And I was like, "Yo, what's up?" I ain't gonna say her name. I was about to say her name. I was like, "Yeah, how you doing, man?" She's like, "You know, I'm just making it. I'm just getting by. I got 3 kids, and you know, it's been rough." I said, "I think you have a financial disability." Hope it gets better, and walked off on the bitch. And I hope you're still struggling for thinking that I had a learning disability. Nah, bitch, I knew what the fuck I wanted to do. They got you taking 8 classes a day, going to all these classes, and you got to memorize all this dumb shit. And what the fuck is it going to help you do in the future? Fuck, I'm going to social studies, American history, global history. My nigga, I go to homeroom, all my math classes. I stopped going to math when they got to algebra because I knew I'm not going to need letters to equal nothing going forward. I can't pay my bills with A plus B equals Z. I wasn't really with all that. Numbers, I mastered that shit. We could go to the 5th power. I was killing them with that. I don't need all these classes. I know what I want to do. Why the fuck are we learning 8 topics a day and it's not going to help us in the future? They need to bring trade school back. That's what they need to do so niggas could start studying a trade in 10th and 11th grade and be like, "Yo, I'm going to be a plumber, man. Fuck that." I'm not wishing that on nobody, but I'm just saying, at least you could learn a trade in high school because you're memorizing all these motherfucking different topics and it's not helping you do nothing in the future. I knew what the fuck I was doing. You got the learning disability, bitch, and now you fucked up with a financial disability.
Moral of the story, do not mess with Cam. Not young, not old. Just don't do it. Just don't. Just don't.
Disability. I know what the fuck I'm doing.
I can't even say shout out to that girl because like, I don't know. Okay, y'all, we're going to go to break. When we return, we will discuss that lovely Thursday night football game last week. Don't go anywhere.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. My stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free.
Welcome back. Now let's get into our underdog picks of the day. So on Sunday, the Giants will play the Eagles, which we know how Cam feels about the Giants. Underdog has Jackson Dart at half of a passing touchdown. Do you have him higher or lower?
How convenient, underdog, that Jackson Dart is averaging a half a touchdown a game. How convenient. Underdog, that's why you got to love underdog, but this is why you got to use code Cam. He's actually going to get a touchdown this game. So yes, answer is higher.
Okay. Cam Scatterboo is at half a rushing and receiving touchdown. Do you have him higher or lower?
He's averaging 0.83 touchdowns per game. So I'm actually going to go lower. I don't think both of them will score touchdowns. but he's averaging 0.83 touchdowns per game. Jackson higher, Cam lower.
Okay, and last but not least, Jalen Hurts is at 1.5 passing touchdowns. Do you have him higher or lower?
Jalen Hurts is averaging right over 1.5 passing touchdowns. I believe it's 1.73. So we're going to keep that up and go higher with Jalen Hurts. Use code CAM and Underdog and win these bets and this money this weekend, my niggas.
There you have it. Make sure y'all download the Underdog app and you can make your picks too.
Also, real quick, I just want to say shout out to the audience. We're sorry about the Friday shows. Stat, myself, and Mace have been traveling, but we'll actually be back this Friday in the studio. Actually, all of us will be in studio this Friday. So thank you for the inquiries. Thanks for asking what's going on. But we'll be back in studio this Friday, and we appreciate you.
Of course. And also make sure y'all subscribe. We are on the road to 1 million. We got some special surprises for y'all when we hit that. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Okay, so this Thursday night football game last week, the Steelers lost to the Bengals 33-31. Arabia, how impressed are you with the Bengals?
No, first of all, we gonna have to rewind this. They didn't lose to anity. They got put in a backwood and smoked since the Commanders got smoked by the Steelers got ground up and they got smoked and put into a backwood and smoked down to a roach.
Yo, Arabia got bars, yo. Yo, you got bars, Arabia. Yesterday, I meant to give you props. We started talking about something else, and you was like, she thicker than the glass at the zoo. I was like, yo, I might steal that for a song. That's bars. Thicker than the glass at the zoo, man. You got some bars. Yeah, it better be. Yeah, the glass at the zoo is pretty thick. Yeah, man. But yeah, Stat, I don't even think Stat caught that because you said the Commanders got smoked. She's saying that Pittsburgh.
No, I caught it.
Okay.
But I don't think it's the same. But I'll let her go. So it's cute. That was cute.
I feel a certain type of way about the Commanders.
And that's okay.
So now we got to say that the Steelers got smoked. It wasn't the same. But yeah, and it also took us almost a week to talk about it. So I'm hurt people, and I'm just feeling a little type of way about it. But yeah, so basically Joe Flacco, once again, I agree with Mike Tomlin that why would you deal in your division something that a team really, really needs, like really, really bad. This made absolutely no sense by Andrew Berry. So I agree with Mike Tomlin there. On top of that, Joe Flacco has done what no other player in NFL history has done through 2 starts with a single team. 550 plus passing touchdowns, 65% completion percentage, 0 interceptions, 60 plus completions, 5 plus passing touchdowns. No other quarterback in NFL history has done that. All thanks to the Browns because they want to deal within their division. On the other hand, 56 consecutive games from Mike Tomlin and the Steelers with scoring 7 or fewer points in the first quarter, which is the longest streak for any coach in NFL history. Now, do with that information what you will. I'm not saying they have to go either way with Mike Tomlin, but, there's a lot of discussion about what the Steelers are going to do with Mike Tomlin. But, it's more so given the Bengals, we talked about some hope that Joe Flacco can come in and hold them over until Joe Burrow comes back because Jake Browning wasn't getting it done. And I like how Joe Flacco looks. He didn't need a playbook. They tried to give him a playbook. He said, I don't need it. I have the former Triple Crown winner. I'm throwing to him. He threw to him 23 times for 16 receptions. He said, I don't need the playbook. He also got T. Higgins involved. T. Higgins was like 4 yards short of a 100 receiving yard game. So yeah, Joe Flacco came in. He knew what he was doing. And through 2 games, I think he can at least give the Bengals some hope that before Joe Burrow comes back, they're going to look a lot better than with Jake Brown.
Good.
Well, what I will say. Why are you laughing before I even start?
I ain't even saying nothing.
The power of the tongue is strong. I'll start with that because that is not even okay. Yes, it is. That's a pause.
Yeah,
that's fine. I stand by it. The power of the tongue is strong. Okay. Last week, I literally said I was nervous for this game, and I think everything that I said came to fruition. I don't think that the Steelers played a bad game. I just think that the Bengals played a way better game. When Jamar Chase stepped out and said he knew that the Steelers were going to come out and raw dog us and kill us, he, reversed. That boy was crazy on the field. He did an amazing job. He caught a franchise record of 16 passes for 161 yards. Him and Joe Flacco matched very well. We saw just a very complete team, and it overall was a great game. We just didn't play as well as we should have. And sometimes that happens. I know it's on a Sunday, but like I say, on any given Sunday, anything can happen. That just so happened to happen on a Thursday. But right now, we're still a week comfortable because we're still at the top of our division. I know I said a lot of shit, and I still stand by the shit that I spoke. But it happens. You're going to lose some games. But I'm still content with where we are. I think this is the upside. I think our defense needs to play better because we let them get away with a lot of things that they shouldn't have. And that's just that.
What about that stat that Arabia said about the 7 points of fuel, the longest streak?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. We could do better.
What Arabia? What do you? I understand what you said. What do you? Because you said take that stat, do what you want with it. What do you mean by that? Like, what are you saying with that?
Okay, so basically what that means is that if game after game after game, especially in a in a division like the AFC North, you are unable to game plan your guys to come out and get up on your opponent early, and it's always taking you to warm up or perform in the second, third. Even last year's stat, do you remember the Steelers had like a third quarter problem where they were just like not scoring any points in the third quarter? But especially in the first quarter, you want to try to take advantage of at least one opponent and get up 10 points, 14 points against nobody. You're unable to do that with nobody. You play the Browns twice a year. You haven't done that at all in 56 consecutive games where you just can come in and game plan your guys to do something reliable to start off the game to at least get like a comfortable cushion. It just shows that maybe, there's some sort of disconnect with reliable plays coming into a game and game planning and knowing your opponent versus having to like adjust and scramble in the game and having to heat up. That's all that is.
Yes, she tried to play it safe. I called it. I wish I had the clip ready. I should have told Nick to have my motherfucking clip ready. When I told niggas that we was going to beat y'all, and everybody, Mike said no, May said no, and you tried to play it safe. I'm worried. I'm scared. We're going to win, but it's going to be close. Whatever.
It was close.
Whatever. When your name is Joe in Cincinnati, you stride. That's the way to go. When you're quarterback and your name is Joe in Cincinnati, you strive, baby. That's just the way. It could be a Joe Flacco. It could be Joe Cool. It could be Joe. You strive. And we going to be all right. We going to be just fine till Joe Burrow get back. That's what I'm saying. You think Jamar Chase ain't happy? I know Joe Burrow was on the sideline like, God damn. Because Jamar Chase never had 16. He set the record with Joe Flacco. The niggas that the Browns didn't want. Thank you. Thank you, Cleveland. And we looked really good. And you know what else happened that day? Our running game was back. Not only Higgins, Jamar, but our running game was back. It was beautiful to watch. And right now, I don't even count. Of course, we're not counting the Browns. It looked like Lamar Jackson is going to sit out the rest of the year. If not, he should. But it looks like we got our quarterback to hold us over until Joe Burrow get back. And to be honest with you, this is a situation where Joe Burrow don't even got to rush back. Now, if our defense can hold up, that's the only problem. Our defense needs to hold up. If we get our defense hold up, we're going to get 35 points a game, and we can make that face that. You make that face because you know we're going to win the division. You scared now?
No.
We'll be behind you a game.
Football is just aggravating because I've never seen you this excited.
Yeah, my nigga. I'm trying. Let me go.
Where did this come from?
How many games are we behind y'all? Pause. Where's the fuck my standings at? Yeah, one. You scared? You scared?
Yo, he's irritating.
You scared?
I've never seen him
all we gotta do is
happy.
One, yeah. Because you know why? Browning was depressing. Joe Burrow is always getting hurt. And Flacco's dependable. That nigga look good. Let's keep it a buck. He had 342 yards passing, and I'm keeping it 100. Jamar Chase dropped like 2 passes. He had like 4 or 5 drop passes. He could have went for 400 yards. Yo, Flock, What's good, baby? We about to win the fucking division and go to the playoffs. Now, what we do in the playoffs is another story, but we definitely about to win the division.
Okay. I'm going to let him have that this week because things happen.
Sorry.
Things happen.
Yeah. I mean, it does say a lot. Like some of these like veteran quarterbacks are coming in and slanging the pill in a way that the young ones just aren't. Joe Flacco came in and did it. Jacoby Brissett came in for Kyler Murray, and the offense is running a whole lot better. Tyrod Taylor is coming in for Justin Fields and looking a whole lot better. Aaron Rodgers, in some regard, is still playing at a high level. I mean, the veterans are coming in and doing what they have to do. So Joe Flacco for sure could find a real groove in Cincinnati and take over that division. We'll see.
And listen. Trey Hendrickson didn't even play. We didn't get no pressure on Aaron Rodgers like that, nigga. Imagine Trey come back, nigga. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Oh,
Anyways, we play all again.
Oh, man. Yeah, I can't wait.
We play all again.
I can't wait.
We'll chat again because apparently to everybody else got this pass to say, well, these first couple of weeks don't count and this and that. So
in first place, don't be sad.
Well, I'm not sad.
Enjoy
I'm
it.
chilling. We good.
Yeah, your face is
I
different.
said we play all again.
Your face is different, and don't worry about it. Listen, man, I can't wait to play y'all again, nigga, because it's going to be worse this time. Nigga did that the first full week that they had practice with each other. Go ahead, man.
Anyways, let us know what y'all think about that game in the comments down below. And Arabia, you're not safe either because this week y'all still did get smacked by the Cowboys. So I'm not going back and forth with the 20-point loss. Man. But anyways.
Okay, you did.
So last one before we wrap. So Anthony Edwards created the Believe That Awards where he basically had categories for different things. And then he gave it to people that won. So one of them was the Hater of the Year award. One of them was the White Boy of the Year award. And so for this award, Timothy Chalamet won, and they presented it to him and gave him an award and all that. So hearing those categories, right? Arabia, I'm going to let you go first. What would be your vote for White Boy of the Year award? Then how do you feel about Anthony Edwards kind of creating his own lane for his own award ceremony? Since on the reverse, reporters always give awards out to them.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting concept by Anthony Edwards. I actually prepared a statement for him if it's okay that I read it because I have a problem with who won the White Boy of the Year award. There's a Greek dude from the Bronx who does martial arts, produces top-tier content, and still finds the time to be the most helpful guy in the room. That's not just range, that's a cultural buffet. He talks sports like an ESPN analyst, moves like a black belt, and raises the world's cutest dog, what's up, Darce, and single-handedly funds the Colombian economy like it's his side hustle. If being well-rounded, kind, and Bronx certified isn't enough to win the title, then the award clearly needs to be audited. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Days should have won White Boy of the Year. And, you know, if he does it next year, just cancel the entire award.
Nick ain't from the Bronx. What the fuck is you talking about? You fucked the whole shit up, Arabia. And it was cool. It was really good. Your facts ain't together. That was, you almost had it. You almost was cool. And Nick, why the fuck would you pump your fist like you from the Bronx?
He just heard the award that he's winning and he said, yes, White Boy of the Year.
Yeah, that was nice, yo. That was really nice. And that was good. And Arabia, we see that you make great speeches, are very well-rounded. We have some great females up here working with me and Mason, just to say, both of you guys are really great.
Thank you.
So first off, I would say is this. I don't like it. I don't like the fucking shit. Because you know why? And listen, man, we deserve a lot of shit. I'm talking about black people. You know, you talk about the fucking race start and we don't fucking get to take off till fucking 400 years later is crazy. Longer than that. So I get it. But some of this shit is like reverse racism. What if some white people had an award and be like, yo, and let's give it to the black person of the year? Niggas would be in an uproar. NAACP would be there. All type of niggas would be like, who the fuck talking about give us the black award? Yo, we want to give the black award. It's a bunch of white niggas. Let's just use fucking the Joker, Nikola Jokic. Yo, we want to give a black award out, the black nigga of the year. Niggas would lose their motherfucking mind if they did that. So I want to say that first and foremost. But I get it. Niggas is cool with it. See, Nick is cool with it. Nick just threw his hands up and said, fuck it. Yeah, man, I am the white boy of the year,
right.
Man. Yo, you know what's crazy? I told Nick one day, I said, yo, because Nick is my man. I said, Nick, you my nigga. He said, I can't say that word, but it means a lot when you call me that. I said, yo, niggas. That's what he said. Like, he said, I can't say it, but you call me that word, it means something, and I like that, man. I said, I dig it, man. But Nick, I ain't gonna front. You got my vote too. But if I had to go with second place for White Boy of the Year, you gotta go with Travis Kelce. You got to, 100%.
No.
Well, let me hear why not. Let me hear why not, Arabia, if I tell you why.
I personally don't like how he started off dating black women and he had a fade. Like he goes to the barber shop and he had on the chain and he had on this whole like black cultural garb. And then soon as he meet Taylor Swift now, he has on flannels in the wood with pumpkin spice lattes and his black scent is gone away and he's having the haircuttery haircuts now and his chain gone. Like I don't like the switch up. And I feel like black people be so quick to invite white people to the cookout because they swagged out or they can rap or they can dance. And then they uninvite themselves. So if it's going to be somebody, I want somebody who is just authentically themselves. Like, if you're going to be white, be white. Like punk rock and be you. Don't try to be us and try to be cool and be down with us. But when you meet your Taylor Swift, now you right on the other side of that line. And we see people do that all the time. Miley Cyrus. Like, there's a lot of athletes and artists who, like, play black for, like, looks and for whatever, experimenting, like, in their life. And then after a while, they go back to their roots, which is just white as fuck. So I don't really fuck with that.
I like that answer, but I have to totally disagree with you. We're giving mad props in the black community, in the Spanish community, in the brown community. And I don't know if it's necessarily women doing it, but the black niggas is rooting for French Montana. You got the Princess of Dubai. Nice. Niggas is just like, yo, don't fuck that up. Nigga, you got the, nigga, that's, we don't even know what kind of money that is. Are we really mad at somebody going from a girl that doesn't want to pay half the bill to $2.2 billion, that new girlfriend? If I gotta be white again, I gotta be white again, man. What the fuck is you talking about right now? Arabia, what the fuck is you talking about? Girl don't even want to pay half the bill. My new shorty, worldwide star, meet me in the game worth $2.2 billion. And if I can use my white card again, I'm using my white card again. You know what else? Come on my podcast real quick. She comes on the podcast. Hey, wait a minute. Here's $100 million for you and your brother. Y'all want podcast? 3-year deal, $100 million. Oh, by the way, hey, stay an extra 2 years for $37 million with the Chiefs, even though we know you're getting older and you're not playing like you used to play. They get another $37 million. Travis Kelce fucked the system, nigga. Koofy, black nigga 2 years ago, fade, do-rag, whatever. Pull the white card back out, my nigga. Financial success and freedom. Congratulations, my nigga. You got the award on behalf of me, if you asking my opinion.
On behalf of me. So I do want to read the other people that he had in the category. So he had Adam Sandler, Tom Cruise, Mr. Beast, and Pat McAfee, in addition to Timothy Chalamet. And I'm not going to lie, as far as and shout out Nick, let me make that clear. As far as tiers of, like, feel like white men that are, like, I would say Travis Kelce because he is with Taylor. Like, you cannot ignore it's Taylor Swift. And Timothy too, he with Kylie Jenner. And you see him everywhere. Those are just two white boys that are just always everywhere doing their thing. And Arabia, I hear your point too, but it's also like, I feel like that was just his roots.
So who you picking? Who's your white boy of the year?
White boy of the year in overall,
that's what it's.
I feel like, no, I know. I'm like, I feel like Timothy is a good pick. I really do. He was at all the basketball games. He ended up with the Jenner. Like, he got some swag to him. But if I say, like, right now, who's bidding his case, Jackson Dart, you're gonna be like, there we go. Like, he be doing the TikToks. But it's like me,
I be looking at financial freedom. You know, I'm not looking at who got the most swag or the most. You know, I get it because you into that.
All those things.
Everything matters. You want to give white boy of the year to be technical. I'm giving Travis Kelce because he's in the realm of what people are talking about. You know what I'm saying? But Gary, you got an opinion like
y'all gonna skip over my partner Gary Owens? He don't fuck with nothing but our culture.
See, that's what I'm trying to say. Are we giving the nigga the White Boy of the Year award because he fucks with black people? If you want to be technical, you know what?
I mean,
I'm changing my order. Travis Kelce second, Mark Zuckerberg is first. That's just that. I'm going with Mark Zuckerberg. White Boy of the Year every year, nigga. 245 billion, nigga.
Can't even be mad at that.
Billion. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Can't even be mad
I
at
feel like my favorite white boy who is just stays white but is in black culture is Jim Carrey. It's not that now, but Jim Carrey was always him. He didn't try a black accent. He didn't try to be somebody he's not, but he was around the Wayans and living color and just, all these examples of him being around black culture, but he was just always him. And I can appreciate that. I don't like when white people come over here and try to like cosplay black to be down. Like, just be you and we'll like you for being authentically you, because I can tell when you're trying to fake, and I don't like that.
Well, if we go in that route, and because Jim Carrey has took a break and we haven't seen him for a long time, and I do agree with your take, but we're going to talk about consistency and white boys being themselves and also being around black people and staying themselves. I have to go with one of the nominees with Adam Sandler. And I'm not saying that because he's my friend.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that because he's my homeboy or anything like that. But if we're talking about white boys being themselves, being around black people, not trying to change themselves, and not only that, longevity and consistency, I would definitely go with Adam Sandler.
Definitely.
I agree.
Definitely got to go with that too. And then just real quick before we end, just if anybody comes to mind, I'm just curious, who would be your white woman of the year? Arabia.
I don't do that. No.
Cam.
My little shorty in my joint right now. Oh, my little shorty's up in the crib right now waiting on a nigga, man. White joint of the year gonna suck me to sleep and rub me down, my nigga. She waiting on me, nigga, now, man. I taught her how to fry chicken and all that.
And she said,
I'm going home I told her, you gotta fry that shit hard, man. Fry chicken hard, suck dick, rub feet, put me out, wake me up, make sure I'm up for work. Then I rotate.
Rotate. Does she cook fried chicken good too?
Who?
When you rotate?
The new one that's gonna come next week?
Does she make good fried chicken too? That's the that's the
black.
food of choice. Oh,
yeah, she black. No,
okay.
You ask of the year. I'm going with what's right now, tonight.
There you have it, y'all. Let us know in the comments down below who would be your white boy of the year and white woman of the year.
What up, Hutch? That's the nickname.
I don't even want to ask why. But let us know what y'all think in the comments down below. That is all the time that we have for today. Arabia, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me. I'll see you guys next week.
Well, thank y'all for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.